know the gentlemen of Kurfew. So, we're going to start off with this gentleman right here. What's your name, sir?
My name is Carlos, and I'm the band keyboard player. Second keyboard player.
Alright. You going to give us something?
Down in the board.
Alright, stepping up to the plate, who do I have here?
Kenroy Mullins, aka Shortman.
Sir, I'm not hearing you. How about that?
Kenroy Mullins, aka Shortman.
Alright, Shortman, you're gonna give us something? Shortman, this is an instrument I think I need to learn to play. Who do we have here?
Amen, Lord. Bass line.
Alright, the bass line. Hit me. Alright, move on over. Who am I standing beside?
Adrian Evans, aka Drizzle, aka Jazz Lord.
How come you want so many names? Drizzle and who?
Jazz Lord.
Jazz Lord. We'll get into that in a moment, but what do you have for us? Alright, Drizzle. So I'm around the back and we're still rocking it out with the guys from Kurfew. And this young man has been giving trouble all day. Why? I'm gonna allow you to introduce yourself.
Albert Malcolm. Also Bobby.
Alright, Bobby, give us something. Alright. So we went to their rehearsal session, right? And these gentlemen, they really know how to rock. But this gentleman, he is so good. Quite excitable. And now, I need to hear a roll. But let him introduce himself first. Hold on.
My name is Andrew Barnes, aka The Dragon.
The Dragon. Alright, the Dragon. Can you let them hear what I heard and felt in your rehearsal session? Asante. How are you?
Feeling blessed and highly favored.
Alright. I need you to introduce you. Give us the full name because, yeah.
Okay, the name is Asante Amen.
Amen.
Asante in Kenyan. Amen, Egyptian.
you put it to them together, you get give thanks, I'll see. So we always give the eyes unto the Almighty. So Kurfew, one with the Spirit, one with creation. Give thanks.
Can you give us a piece?
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm. That's right.
Thank you. Well, I want to know how, where, and when was the group formed, and how long have you guys been around for?
I'm not probably should I really answer. Well, the band has been around for about 3.5 years now. This version, Brother Carlos, is the man that really put us all together. And we have been growing from strength to strength. We've been places like Grenada. The rest of the band has been to China, you know, and they have toured other places like Cuba, etc. And they've toured some of the bigger artists too. Some of the big man, band leader, tell you more.
How, where, and when, sir?
Go ahead.
How, when, and where?
Well, it was formed while we did a show. Didn't really happen, but the gel and the vibe of the guys, you know, we decided to stick together and continue. And what was the other one?
What keeps the synergy going? And then you can tell me how many years, really? How many years?
3.5, almost soon 4 years, really. The synergy, these guys are really crazy. That's what keeps us going, you know. The drummer is the craziest one, and the vibe is always there, the energy is always there, and enthusiasm, and you know, every time we come together to do this great work of playing music and ministering through reggae music or any other genre that we decide to play, you know, it's always a blessing and a joy, and we really enjoy that.
If you could describe your music in 3 or 4 words, what would it be? And I'm going to take one from you first.
Exciting.
Alright, let's go to Shortman.
Glorious.
What?
Glory.
What the heaven? Glory. Glory. Okay, hold on. Macy?
Creative.
Creative.
Extreme.
Extreme. Interesting. Asante.
Spiritual to the core.
I like. We have a very important man here in the studio with us. And I'm going to call him to the floor. It's Michael Ibo Cooper of the famed Third World Reggae Band. Come on, Mr. Cooper. Don't let me come for you, please. We'll have to let... Yes, man. I really had to call you out on that one. I did tell you I was going to move you, didn't I? All right, sir. No. These persons, they're persons who will remember. We'll remember Third World. We'll remember Inner Circle. We'll remember Fab 5, 809 Band, and Chalice. Was the baton dropped for some reason? Because somehow it feels like we have a huge gap between your era and this era in terms of pushing out bands. Why are bands not as big as how you guys were? And it's not because of shorter talent, because we have talent. What do you think is missing?
It was missing, you know, those expense and technology. When the sequencers and samplers came in, it was probably cheaper to just go in a pre-production studio with a rhythm and then have a dozen people on top of the rhythm. And of course that brings a new style. With a new style, you know, a new generation will appreciate that style. But now, you get a situation where another generation has come, and that generation like it organic again. I mean, I have seen some young people who listen to the 80s and 90s computerized sound, you know, and think it sounds plastic. And but they never look at the economics. It's not really easy to pay a band or to maintain a band, you see. That's another situation. But I'm chairing Jaria this year, the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, and our delegation that just came back from Reggae Soundsky in France were appalled because now you have the grandfathers who come for the reggae. And they're used to reggae. But it's not the fathers who come on, it's the grandchildren come with them grandfather, because the grandchildren now love reggae again. And they love to see bands again. So there's a resurgence in reggae music internationally, in Europe, and this is not just off the top, it's a research. There's a resurgence in Europe of reggae. and a resurgence in bands. We have to congratulate seriously for consistently trying with the international band contest, the Battle of the Bands. And see, we have succeeded now with Dubtonic recently. And I want people to understand this: when Dubtonic won, it's not just over the 17 bands in the finals. People don't understand to win that contest was an amazing thing, because in the Russian finals there were 6,000 bands. So when Dubtonic wins that final, they are winning over about 10,000 bands in the whole world, because they're winning over 17 finalists. But how many people enter the eliminations in these bigger countries? You see? And so we have an organic thing going on where the youth like to play. They want to get together as a group. They don't necessarily want to listen to tracks. And even the artists now are wanting a band behind them again, because tracks is limited. The tracks, you want to do something extra for the audience. The track run out, the track skip, the track hitch, you know what I'm saying? Where the band can work with you. Tempo change, you want to bring it up, you want to go faster, the band can work with you. So there's an advantage in that situation, right? I want to tell Jamaica also that an amazing thing came out of the French situation too. In Europe now, you know, we have a lot of bands playing reggae. Why not Jamaica? And they play it sound good. It sound really great. Japanese bands, European bands, bands from Africa who play reggae. But yet, they acknowledge that like the coffee, there's nothing like Jamaican flavor. So at these festivals now, you have the other reggae bands and then you have the Jamaican band, and they have acknowledged that the Jamaican band still play the authentic roots.
And that's what Kurfew is doing, right? After listening to Kurfew tonight, what is your take on the band and possibly, you know, any words of wisdom on how they can push forward?
I'm tired of words of wisdom from me, you know, I've always admired Kurfew and many of the people here have been under my influence at the Manly. And they have been sounding tighter now. They have gel, the experience, you can see the working together has brought them together very much. That gentleman over there, I tell you that he's a jazz lord. I don't want him blushing, you know, but when he was a student at Edna, he came first in the world, you know, in the Canadian piano exams. He was Asian. He wanted to.
So you're not making him blush, Drizzy? We're not.
To be honest with you, one of my dreams, because Mr. Mullins plays with me, so, you know, plays with my ensemble sometimes when we do gigs. And one of my dreams is to take him overseas and introduce him to Carlos Santana. I really want Carlos here to play.
Oh.
I really would have liked Santana.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much, Michael.
I know this one.